The Braves take on the Marlins, game 3, and that's going to be a 2:08 p.m. Eastern first pitch. Braves up 2-0 in the series. Atlanta's also the $1.35 favorite, totals 8.5 runs. We're 2-0 in our last two crowd pleaser teasers on patreon.com/Brock Page. We're also hitting at 79% in our last 15 crowd pleaser teasers on that site as well. For more information on how you can access this exclusive sports content, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/Brock Page. Now the Marlins are plus $1.15 on the money line, and if you like Miami to keep this one close, they're minus $1.25, catching the 1.5 on the run line. Sixto Sanchez for the Marlins, Kyle Wright for the Braves. Now Wright gave up just 2 runs in 6 1/3 innings of work in his last start. Atlanta's currently 3-0 in their last 3 games where Kyle made the start as well. This Braves lineup also ranks in the top 3 in run production, top 3 in hits. Travis d'Arnaud is 6 for 15 in the postseason with 2 homers and 5 batted in. Ronald Acuna is 6 for 19 himself despite a 4-strikeout day yesterday. Acuna's smacked 2 doubles and a homer. He also scored twice in the playoffs. The Braves are winning nearly 71% of their ball games when favored for the entire season. They've also taken 6 out of their last 7 against the Marlins. And speaking of Miami, they're averaging just 3 runs per contest in the 2020 postseason, 7.8 hits per contest for the entire season. And as good as Sixto Sanchez has looked in certain spots this year, the Marlins have lost 2 out of their last 3 ball games where he made the start. This Marlins pitching staff is in the top 10 in hits allowed per contest, bottom 3 in striking batters out. And when it comes to the total in this one, Miami's gone 6-2 to the under in their last 8 contests. 6 out of Sanchez's last 7 starts also stayed under the total. Not a whole lot of run support for him. Meanwhile, on the other side, 3 out of Atlanta's last 4 ball games stayed under the number themselves. Give me the Atlanta Braves winning this one outright in a close one, and the under 8.5 runs in that game. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Thursday's MLB action. I actually woke up thinking it was Friday today, and that was problematic on my Patreon website. A lot of folks confused. I was confused, but we got it all straightened out here today. Happy Thursday to you. Now, before we dive into some more free content here, just got to quickly remind you that we're hitting at 67% for the entire 2020 season in my NFL tier package plays on patreon.com/Brock Page. It's just $11.99 to access those NFL tier picks. We're also 11-3 with a push in our last 15 crowd pleaser teasers on that site as well, as I just mentioned a little bit earlier. For more information on how you can join in on the action, link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/Brock Page. And moving on, we're going to take a look at the A's-Astros game 4, 3:35 p.m. East. Houston's up 2-1 in the series. There's no lines currently offered on this game. It's currently off the board as we wait for Houston to declare a starter, although several sources tend to think it's going to be the righty Christian Javier, at least starting this one out for Houston. We do know who the A's are going to put out there on the bump, and that's going to be Frankie Montas, who's just 3-5 collectively for the entire season with a 5.60 ERA. Now, Frankie's walked 23 batters thus far in the year, and he's got a 1.51 whip. The A's also lost 2 out of their last 3 games where Montas made the start. This Oakland pitching staff ranks in the bottom 10 in the league in striking batters out, while offensively, when it comes to this Oakland lineup, they're averaging just 7.1 hits per ball game. Now, Oakland's lost 4 out of their last 6 games against a divisional foe. Houston, on the other side, is 4-1 in the postseason, 29 total runs they scored during that stretch. They were also holding their opponents to just 2.2 runs per contest in the postseason before last night's loss. This Houston lineup ranks in the top 3 in the league in fewest strikeouts at the plate. Now, George Springer has gone 7 for 22 in the playoffs, and he's got himself a couple of homers, 5 RBI. Carlos Correa is also batting .438 in the playoffs, 3 homers, 7 ribbies for Correa. Give me the Astros winning this one outright. Next matchup I have for you, it is going to be Rays-Yankees Game 4, 7:10 p.m. East. New York's down 2-1 in the series, but despite that, on the face of elimination, the Yankees are minus $1.25 with regard to the money line. Total's 9 runs. The Rays are plus $1.15. The Rays are plus $1.10 for some money line cash. And if you like Tampa to cover here, they're minus $1.70, catching the 1.5 on the run line. Ryan Thompson's on the mound for the Rays. Jordan Montgomery for the Yankees. Now Montgomery's just 2-3 on the season with a 5.11 ERA and a 1.30 WHIP. Not all that reliable. The Yankees have lost 4 out of their last 6 ball games where Montgomery made the start. Now the Yankees have also lost 9 out of their last 11 against the Rays. Rays really having their number as of late. They're giving up nearly 6 runs per contest during that stretch as well. Now Tampa Bay on the other side, they are in the top 10 in scoring, top 3 in walks. Randy Arozarena he's an astounding 12 for 20 in the postseason, good for a playoff batting average of .600. Randy's also got an on-base percentage in the playoffs of .636. He's dropped 3 bombs on these opposing pitchers in the postseason as well. Joey Wendell's also 6 for 13 in the playoffs, 5 runs scored for Wendell. The Rays rank in the top 5 in fewest runs allowed per contest, top 5 in striking batters out. Now, total-wise, the series has seen all 3 games get over the posted total. Tampa's also 5-2 to the over in their last 7 meetings with the Yankees. So with all that said and done, give me the Underdog Rays plus $1.10 and the over 9 runs in that contest. And with that, we're going to dive into our next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be Dodgers-Padres Game 3, 9:08 p.m. East. LA's up 2-0. This game's currently off the board as, we have no officially declared starter for the Dodgers, although some sites are listing Julio Urias as the favorite. Regardless, though, the Red Hot Dodgers are on an 8-game winning streak, including a 4-0 stretch here in the playoffs. They're giving up just 2 postseason runs per contest, and they rank in the top 3 in the league in fewest runs allowed per game. This Dodgers pitching staff is also allowing just 6.9 hits per contest for the entire season as well. Mookie Betts leads this lineup in hits in the playoffs. He's 6 for 16 in the postseason, .375 batting average. Corey Seager's also gone 4 for 14 with a couple of doubles and 4 ribbies himself. The Dodgers are in the top 3 in scoring, top 10 in hits away from home. They finished the regular season with the best record in baseball, and they've easily carried that over into the postseason. Now the Padres, on the other side of things, they have Adrian Morejon on the bump here tonight, .466 ERA and a 1.24 WHIP. San Diego's lost 3 out of their last 5 postseason contests, and they gave up 27 total runs during that span. Give me the Dodgers winning that one outright. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you guys decide to get a package here today, just keep in mind, we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Thursday to you. That's right. It is Thursday, not Friday. Can't believe I woke up this morning thinking it was Friday. It confused everybody else. It confused myself. I apologize about that, guys. Happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.